Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you very much for joining me in episode 9, in which I take a deep dive into the Havamal and analyse each stanza from both a heathen / Locian and Stoic perspective. Thank you for being here with me on this journey. I appreciate you a lot. I'll jump straight in. As always, stanza 9. He is happy who in himself possesses fame and wit while living, for bad counsels have oft been received from another's heart. So, again, same as stanza 8, episode 8, I'm not using the word fame as in that fame that certain people chase. I'm using fame as in reputation. Because that seems to be the concurring theme throughout the Havamal. So possesses reputation and wit while living is probably better than possesses fame and wit while living, just as an explanation. So, in the context of Old Norse wisdom, in the context of heathenry, this stanza from the Havamal speaks to the importance of personal qualities and self-reliance. And again, if you listen to episode 8, episode 9 is, stanza 9 is very similar to stanza 8. And again, as I've said before, that pattern seems to follow throughout the Havamal, where you'll get 2, 3, sometimes even 4 stanzas following on from each other in a similar vein. But the one in this one, in terms of personal qualities and self-reliance, again, just goes that little bit further than the stanza previous to it. So the mention of possessing fame and wit suggests that one's own merits and character are sources of happiness. And that's where we draw our sources of happiness from our own controllables, as I've said before. Norse society placed value on individual virtues and achievements, just as modern society should. And the stanza encourages individuals to cultivate qualities that bring them contentment. The mention of bad counsel from another's heart underscores the potential risks of relying on others for advice. And I'm not saying don't ever rely on others for advice. There are a lot of people out there who mean you well, and drawing on their advice can only ever be a good thing. But don't solely go on the advice of others. Do what you feel is the right thing to do at the time. Consider the actions, consider the consequences, and then make your decision. It's a reminder to trust your own judgment and wisdom. From a Stoic perspective, this stanza aligns with Stoic values such as self-improvement, inner strength, and self-reliance. Very, very strong theme running through this one. The idea of finding happiness through personal qualities corresponds to the Stoic emphasis on cultivating virtue, wisdom, and a sense of self-worth from within. Stanza 8 also touches on the Stoic principle of being cautious with external influences. As Stoics, we believe in maintaining inner clarity and judgment while considering counsel from others. So again, it goes back to that point of don't ignore counsel from other people, don't ignore advice from other people, but don't take that as your soul guiding star, if you like. The Stoics would say about self-reliance, no man is free who is not a master of himself. Epictetus wrote that. And while not explicitly using the term self-reliance, this quote does encapsulate the Stoic idea of being in control of one's self and one's reactions. It highlights the importance of inner mastery, self-discipline, self-control, and they're called self-discipline and self-control for a reason, because it's only the self that can have that discipline and can have that control. It can't come from others, it has to come from yourself. In Stoic philosophy, self-reliance is closely tied to being a virtuous and rational individual, capable of navigating life's challenges with calmness and composure and wisdom. In the modern world, this stanza carries many meaningful lessons. I'll touch upon a few of them. The stanza encourages individuals to find happiness within themselves, emphasising self-improvement, self-empowerment, personal growth. In an age where external validation is often sought, valuing inner qualities remains relevant. And I spoke a lot about those external validations in episode 8. The stanza also as well, from both Old Norse wisdom and Stoic philosophy, underscores the importance of cultivating inner wisdom. It reminds us to trust our own judgment while being discerning, so that judgment part again, while being discerning about the counsel we receive. Again, as per stanza 8 and episode 8, in a world of information overload, the stanza's message of self-reliance resonates. It encourages us to seek wisdom within ourselves and trust our own intuition. Again, get advice from other people. Please, there are lots of people out there who have more knowledge in certain topics than you do, and that advice would be very valuable. But ultimately, your intuition should guide you on the right path. So follow your own intuition. The stanza also aligns with the modern understanding that lasting happiness comes from qualities like wisdom, like integrity, like authenticity, rather than solely from external achievements or recognition. If you are constantly chasing external achievements or recognition, you'll never be happy. There are studies on lottery winners, for example, who a year after they've won millions and millions of pounds are less happy than they were before they won the lottery. And it's that external achievement, that constantly chasing something all the time, that I need to buy that particular car or I'm not going to be happy, and then you buy that particular car and then within 3 months you're not happy with it anymore and you want another car. It's that same sort of principle. The stanza's caution about counsel aligns with modern advice to critically assess advice and information. It encourages individuals to blend their inner wisdom with external perspectives. As I've already said about taking advice from others, but using your own intuition to trust it. In summary though, the stanza serves as a reminder to prioritise self-improvement, self-reliance. Again, those self parts of improvement and reliance, just as, self-discipline, self-control, and also authentic qualities for lasting happiness. That's where you'll find your happiness. It bridges the wisdom of Old Norse traditions and Stoic ideals of that virtue and inner strength, offering guidance on how to navigate the complexities of the modern world with some self-assurance and some fulfillment. Thank you very much for joining me. Hail to you. I will finish episode 9 in the same way I've finished all previous episodes, by reading stanza 9 to you again. He is happy who in himself possesses fame and wit while living, for bad counsels have oft been received from another's heart. It's getting dark now, so I'm going to leave you. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. It's nice to have you along on this journey. Hail to you. I'll see you on the next one.